Because today is a day that ends in Y, that means there is another Rand Paul plagiarism revelation in the news. Look, more instances of plagiarism in Rand Paul's book. That was the headline at BuzzFeed today. Andrew Kaczynski detailing 4 more instances of material lifted from other sources in Rand Paul's latest book, which is called Government Bullies. As this plagiarism scandal continues to unfurl, still, even now, and as the senator continues to publicly unravel over this scandal, we've been trying to focus on his local standing back home in Kentucky, because Senator Paul is not just a national figure who wants to be president. He also has a day job in the meantime as a senator from Kentucky. The local press reaction to what he's done and how he's responded since getting caught for it, it had been really bad already before today. But today it got much worse. This is the Herald-Leader newspaper out of Lexington, Kentucky, which is Kentucky's second largest city. The Herald-Leader endorsed Rand Paul in his Republican primary back in 2010. But this is what they wrote about him today. Quote, "It's hard to know where to start with Senator Rand Paul's reaction to legitimate criticism of his repeated plagiarism of other authors. Paul said he accepted responsibility and then went on quickly to slough it off, laying it on his rapid ascent to national prominence, which he sought relentlessly, on his staff, whom he hired, and finally, of course, on the haters, who just want to bring the great man down." Senator Paul appears to believe profoundly in his own exceptionalism, including that the rules do not apply to him. The Herald-Leader takes particular exception with something that Senator Paul said this week to the New York Times, that him facing this criticism, quote, "is what people hate about politics, and it's why, frankly, members of my family," he said, "are not too interested in politics, period, or in wanting me to do more of this. To tell you the truth, people can think what they want. I can go back to being a doctor anytime if they're tired of me. I'll go back to being a doctor and I'll be perfectly content." That's what Senator Paul told the New York Times. But here is how that comment's being received back home in Lexington, Kentucky. Listen to this. Senator Paul's sense of self-grandeur is so great that, like a pouting child, he threatened to leave politics altogether if everyone keeps being mean to him. "People can think what they want. I can go back to being a doctor at any time," he said. If he can't do any better than this when the heat is on, even those who were Paul lovers might be ready to say, "Okay, go." Again, that is Senator Paul's hometown press, a newspaper that endorsed his candidacy during the Republican primary. A lot has been said and written over the last couple of weeks about what these plagiarism revelations will mean for Senator Paul's national ambitions. What does it mean for 2016? It seems like Senator Paul may actually have a more immediate concern than that. His hometown press is saying, "Okay, go," and they are not talking about the band, and they're not talking about him running for the presidency. They're talking about his senatorship, which maybe is on the rocks here. Watch this space. Now it's